Hey, what's up, y'all? And this is a Lite-Bulb moment.
I'm Asania.
And I'm Deshaun.
And it's a motivational podcast.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, awesomeness. I love motivational podcasts.
Stay tuned.
Y'all check it out. What's up, y'all? This is the Lite-Bulb moment podcast. And I am Deshaun.
This nigga brings it in cold every time. You are so perfect. I have to acknowledge that every time. I hope that I can be like you when it comes to my future ventures with podcasting.
It's real easy. All you got to do is the same thing you do at the
y'all,
tables.
It's the Lite-Bulb moment.
When you walk up there,
welcome to the Lite-Bulb moment. This is Asania. See, I can't do it like you, man.
But whatever you do when you walk up to your tables, you be like, "Hey, I'm Asania."
I don't do that. I say,
so
"Hey,
cool.
what's happening, baby? How you doing?"
Then that's your
Queen,
greeting.
How you doing, Queen?
Oh,
what's up, big dog?
That's your greeting.
Wow.
That's your greeting. I hate that noise. Really do.
Word. Did you got mad pressing on me when I did that? Duly noted. He does not like the wow.
Not at all.
Real hood shit.
It's not even hood. It's a specific
Gucci
hood.
gang. Gucci gang. Gucci gang.
Oh, you trying to sound like a Georgia person?
Gang.
That's funny.
Gucci gang. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
I don't know either. Shit.
But you know what?
What?
It brings the millennial happiness.
It does.
It brings the millennials happiness.
And today we're talking about
Happiness. Happy.
What brings your happy? What is your happy?
What is happiness to you? Like Pharrell said, what did he say?
'Cause I'm happy. Climb along if you feel.
Oh,
like
nigga, see, put some soul in it. You put soul in about 20 minutes ago. You had way more soul
It
than
wasn't that much soul, though. It was just kind of like, I was having a little bit more fun with it.
I guess, man.
Come along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Oh, damn. Oh, with the jazz hands. Yes, you're a stage performer. You definitely are.
You're a star.
You're a star. I see it in you, boy. Right. I see it in you. But no, man, what is happiness, man? We don't
I think happiness. I think that's a really complicated answer and a really simple answer.
Yeah.
I think it could be a lot of different things. I think it could be an off day doing nothing.
Right.
I think and I also think happy changes with age too.
That's crazy.
And I think a lot of times when you chase happiness, sometimes when you get there, you realize this ain't even happiness.
Not what I thought it was gonna be. Mm-hmm. It's all I've been chasing this all this time.
I know somebody going through that right now. For real?
Mm-hmm. Are you speaking like in third person?
Yeah, not me. It's somebody else.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering.
Oh, I'm not unhappy.
I like you said you're not unhappy, but you're not claiming happiness.
I'm not content. Because sometimes, I think a lot of times I get happiness and content mixed up.
Define content.
Isn't content when you're satisfied?
I don't know. You want to go to the dictionary for it?
Yeah, somebody knows better than us.
Consent, so we can make sure, because I don't like saying shit. And first of all, CEO and tent. Oh, too much dead airspace. You got to keep talking.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. But anyway.
State of peaceful happiness.
And I always felt like I wasn't at
so
where I
you don't want
to
be content, but to be content is to be in a state of peaceful happiness.
Oh. So if you're not content, you're not happy?
Oh, we just learned something today. Yes. Hold on.
But that makes it sound like...
Yes.
I really hate that voice.
Yes.
I really do. Why does it got a lisp? But that makes it sound like...
that's a whole other conversation. The lisp has... Yes. The lisp alone.
Stop it. But with content, it makes it sound like if you're not happy, if you're not content, you're not happy. That's what that definition makes it sound like.
That's exactly what that definition
So it's a lot of... I don't like that.
So discontent means you're in a state of discontent means you're in a state of unhappiness.
I don't like that.
How you don't like? You just liked it when you didn't know the definition. Now you know the definition. You don't like it. Does it make you unhappy?
It confirms what I already said, though, didn't it?
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be knowing.
I don't be knowing shit.
Okay.
But I feel like, well, you know what? Just because you're unhappy doesn't mean you're like depressed. Does it?
No, not
Yeah,
at all.
okay.
Not
So-
at all. Our depression is a whole nother state, in my opinion. That's like you can be unhappy with or not happy with where you at, state of discontent.
And you can't be happy all the time anyway. Well, you shouldn't be, right? Shouldn't you like have
Balance.
different, balance?
Balance,
It's all about balance,
man. You're gonna have mood swings. You're gonna have points in time when it's gonna press.
Yeah, you can be pissed
Bugs,
off.
yeah. So, but it changes per person, and that's what I really want to reflect on. Also, like everybody's looking for their happiness, but you really have to sit back and figure out, look at yourself. You know what I'm saying? Look and figure out what makes you happy internally. Because I think we get stuck on a lot of external things that drive us, or we try to find happiness within those.
So, do you think happiness is more than just getting what you want?
Yeah, I think happiness is a feeling on the inside that nothing external can give you. It's just something that you get. It's a sensation that you get when you're in a peaceful state.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why that's interesting. Content is in the peaceful state of happiness, in the state of peaceful happiness. Not just have a peaceful. They threw peaceful in there. You could have just said
Oh,
the
yeah, they
state of
did
happiness.
say peaceful. Yeah.
Which means like you're calm and you're super relaxed, which means you're calm on the inside, and I think that's where a lot of people get frustrated, and then they start taking out on things on the external, or trying to identify with something on the external, whether it be a car, whether it be a TV show, whether it be food, whether it be some kind of narcotic, and the narcotics are even worse because then they make you feel good on the out and in, but it's a false. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They are within church. I'm not being honest with you. I'm not sacrilegious or anything, but even within God, we go to the external. We don't look for the God in ourselves in order to just feel peace. And even within peace, that means it comes. For me personally, I feel like there has to be balance, which means you have to be able to accept what's going on around you, or things that you've created, or actions, or whatever you're doing with yourself. Whether it be, you have to feel it. Whether it be you're not, you're just working every day, you still have to find that, like, understand it and know what it's there for. And know why you're doing this. I think we do so much stuff in default. Eventually we just look up and we're lost. And
do you think that's kind of what happiness is, too, when you're lost? Well,
no.
not happiness.
That's, ignorance, yeah. Know that state, ignorance is bliss.
Right.
Because sometimes not knowing something, you walk around feeling good. But I'd rather know it, learn how to handle it.
Right.
Make peace with the idea that it is in my life and it is here for a reason. Figure out what the lesson is for. Why this is so important or relevant in my life at this point in time. Mm-hmm. And then learn how to grow from it. I've learned that just because you're ignorant doesn't mean it's eternal bliss. It just means you're just in bliss at that moment.
Do you believe when people say that all you need to do to be happy is be happy?
No, I think that's a loaded statement.
Because a lot of people say
I do
that.
believe the part when you smile, but how do you tell somebody just to be happy when they can't identify what happy feels like, what it looks like, and what makes them happy?
Right. I've just read it in different places and heard people say it too. Like, just be happy. Like, all you gotta do is say.
But if you don't know how, and that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, you have to go identify what inside you makes you happy. Like go back to a memory or a sensation, and then think about, okay, what if not? You can't recreate that experience, but what about that experience gave you that sensation? And then find something that kind of correlates to that experience. Like, you went on your first date, you went to this place. You're not going to get that experience on, that you got from that first date, because that was the first date, but try to do something like that.
Right.
Maybe switch it up for the times, because it's going to change for the times. Like, for instance, video games and shit. I know so many people who are nostalgic and wanted to go back and play shit that they re-released from the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
They be like, oh my God, I remember this was so great. I remember this was fun. This was so awesome. I want to play this all over again. And then they get that shit and they're like, this is not as cool as I thought.
I mean, they got their high from it, and then it's like...
No, this is because they want to live in that moment.
Right.
And I'm like, no, you still like video gaming. Appreciate what you have now. You know that video game back then gave you that feeling, so find games now that give you that. Like, what about that video game gave you that feeling? You don't have to play that specific video game, but figure out what it was about that video game that gave you that feeling, and then look for it in gaming and now in today, in the current time. That's probably me. No, that's not me.
Dude, with that being said, so can music bring you happiness? Do you believe that?
Oh man, I think I feel like there's some scientific approach to how music makes you feel. I'm pretty sure there is.
Yeah.
I know Bobby McFerrin did something on the effects of music and its sensations, and I mean how it affects your moods. So that'd be an interesting YouTube shit to look up.
Yeah.
Bobby McFerrin.
Yeah.
But most definitely, sound and all that kind of stuff, most definitely affects your mood and the way you feel, how you feel happy. Like that song that you were singing, right? It's a reason that song is the way it is. It evokes happiness, emotion, so on and so forth.
Right. Do you have a happy song? A song that you listen to that's like a pick-me-upper?
You know it's the best pick-me-up?
What?
Summertime by Will Smith.
Oh, that is a good song. That's a perfect feel-good song.
Yeah. If everybody was chilling and sitting still and looking glum, if you throw that song on, I guarantee you.
Great,
and you can't deny it.
Yeah,
it's undeniable. It's timeless.
It's like
to
universal.
This day. Yes, man. 20 years later, and that song is still like that sound, the keyboards or whatever it does.
Just thinking about it makes me happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the way he comes in, his delivery on that song,
it's so like
it's
90s
so mellow.
And
it's so mellow. It gives you a feeling like of just chilling. Like, how are you gonna be upset or doing some gangster shit while this song is on?
Right.
That's my happy song.
That's a good happy song. Yeah, I agree.
It's not negative about that song. And then I have one more. It's just that's why I used to rock with Will Smith.
I love Will Smith
because he made feel good music.
He makes feel good content.
Yeah. Sometimes it'll make you feel good. Sometimes it overwhelms you.
It's a little over the top every now and then.
Yeah, sometimes it can overwhelm you. But yeah, my biggest thing is when somebody tells you to just be happy, you have to go back to a happy experience, a happy place in your and set that place in your mind and remember that sensation, that feeling you got when you were there.
Do you have happy food? What food that you eat is like, oh God. No. Because now that I know that happy food, I think it's just getting whatever you want to eat. The exact thing.
That's a chemical,
I do.
Like when you eat it, I feel like it's a chemical thing that your mind, you feel like you happy because it does something to your stomach, like sugar and stuff.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily bad food. I think for me, it's just getting whatever you want to eat and it being good. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know about
a good food experience.
Okay, I'm lying. I do. This hole in the wall food back from New Orleans. Every time it's just chills. I can smell it right now. I can smell the taste. Like Jennifer Lewis said, I can taste it. I think about it so hard. Woo. Yeah, I'm lying. I do. There is a food.
Okay.
That every time I consume it, it's just
make you feel good.
Donuts.
And you affiliated it with home. So, do you think home is like a happy place for you?
No.
Not necessarily.
Not at all.
Oh, okay. Oops.
No, not at all. Not at all. I affiliate just that because that's the only place I can get that item. It's like one of those spots that are unique to New Orleans.
Okay.
You're not gonna find anything that tastes like that anywhere else. Just because it's so hard in the wall and they're used to it. I don't think they've changed their recipe since they've opened.
What is it?
It's just Chinese food.
That's so
It's hole in the wall Chinese food.
Oh, shut up.
But
I
it's
feel like
the
you told me
best.
about this place.
I have, bruh. I got someone a couple of weeks ago when I went home. I didn't want anything else, but I had to get
Just
that.
some motherfucking Chinese food.
I had to get this shit, bruh.
From New Orleans?
Yes, bruh. Shit is crack, bruh. Anybody who's had it or seen it and touched it is like, yo, this shit is crack, man.
What's so good about it?
Them niggas put so much MSG in it that you...
I hate you.
It's probably got so much MSG in it. It just makes my stomach just... Yes, bitch.
It makes your stomach a queen?
Yes, my stomach just queens out.
Okay.
My stomach turns to RuPaul on me.
I hate you.
Give me life, bitch.
Shut the
Give
fuck
me more.
up.
Breathe into me. Feed me Seymour.
That's interesting.
That's my happy food. That's true.
Now, when it comes to happiness, if we can just move along, is your spouse supposed to give you happiness? Or are you supposed to have that before you have your spouse?
I think, personally, I feel like you should find that within yourself before you find your spouse. Sometimes, maybe a certain spouse or a certain individual may trigger and make you...
Or a
figure out what it
friend.
is,
Like,
or a friend.
yeah.
You know, something may occur with that individual and make you realize, like, okay, I really need to work on something, but no.
Because I feel like once that person isn't around you anymore, you're going to go right
You
back
go crazy.
to
You
feel,
revert back to being down.
So your happiness should be dependent on someone
and you
else.
become addicted to that person.
Right.
Or you begin to resent that person. One of the two.
Yeah.
Because you need them
That's
around all the
unhealthy.
time. That's that unhealthy attachment shit.
Yeah.
I really don't think that's healthy at this point in my life.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I would have never paid attention to it.
Right. I mean, yeah.
But at this point, no.
Right.
Space is very healthy. Because
Yes.
it makes you really see how much you care for that person and how much you want them around and stuff.
But they say distance makes the heart grow
Hell yeah, my
fonder.
girl was in Vegas and I was trying to be tough, but while she was in Vegas, I was like, all right, start missing bitch.
Stop missing.
Start missing bitch. Okay. She'll be home in a few days, so I'm gonna chill. But
That's good.
yeah, and before she left, I would have never thought I felt that way.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, it was like, oh,
It's
I'm
like,
chill.
I
You
actually
going?
like her.
Yeah, but like she's going like, oh,
That's
okay.
sweet.
It's cool though.
But,
Oh,
what?
does happiness have a color?
I think happiness does have a color. In my, mind,
Yeah,
happiness is white.
really?
Not necessarily Caucasian white.
No, that's not what you said earlier.
I mean, Caucasians have their own little issues, too.
Maybe if happiness is white, that's why white people always seem so happy. I'm sorry to keep tapping, but that's me realizing.
I'm about to confiscate this pillow. But, I think, when I think of white, not necessarily white people, but the color, I think of just lightness, not too heavy, clean, clear. When I think of black, I think of a lot more energy. And not necessarily black people, but just a lot more energy. And that energy can be good energy or bad energy, but I just think black is a much more powerful color than white. So,
Really?
yeah. So with white, it's like, it reflects. Black, it pulls energy towards it. Just like when you're having a black shirt, you be hotter because, black is pulling the energy.
Right.
So I think with white, you're reflecting everything off of you. So you're light. You're in a lighter state, which to me translates to happiness. Like when you go into a room, like an all white room, to me, that's like,
That's
it's
overwhelming.
peaceful to me.
Word, that's
Yeah.
overwhelming. I feel like motherfuckers go crazy in all white rooms.
Really?
Like the padded all white room. Is it because it's a room that's padded? But we're not gonna go there. But okay. So if you walked into a room that was all black, you think?
I don't necessarily think
you want
nothing
this peace?
off top, but
You think they've done any studies on that? All white rooms
I think
versus
so.
all black rooms?
Well, you know, with
YouTube that shit when we done, son.
with marketing and psychology and all that good stuff,
Yeah.
they do use certain colors to invoke certain
I learned that in the
emotions.
color theory
Emotions,
class.
yeah.
That's why I like the different fast food restaurants use certain colors.
Right. You see red a lot. I think red evokes something.
It does something that makes you feel eerie, like you don't want to. Like, for instance,
I ain't gonna
unless you
even
wanna
get
keep
into
it
what each color
Yeah.
does because I don't know, but I know each color does something.
Like, blue is soothing and relaxing. Like, if you had a lobby of a business where people had to wait, you should paint it like a powder or light blue.
I think green is organic or natural or like something health-wise. You ever notice a lot of health stuff being green? But
Really, I never.
but yeah, like I said, I don't even get into it because I'm not like some type of color psychologist.
You probably Google that shit.
But what's your favorite color? And does that color make you happy?
No,
Oh, okay. What's your favorite color?
red. And that's all
Your
right.
favorite color red? I don't never see you in red.
Because I just don't wear a lot of red.
Then why that's your favorite color? I don't understand.
It trigger. I don't know what it is about it. Like when I used to draw and do a lot of art, that was the color that I would use a lot. Stood out to me.
That's
Never really gravitated to blue. Never really gravitated. Kind of learned to like purple as I've gotten older. Green mostly just because I was a pothead. So like if I had some green bud with some red stems or some reddish leaves, it's just
You'd be excited.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's red.
That's interesting.
Red. Blue is not soothing. It is, but blue. I'm not drawing the blue. The yellow is overwhelming.
Really? And red isn't?
Like I wanted my first car to be red. Every car, that's my whatever car I get, that car, it's gonna be red.
And I never
be
see
red.
you in anything. I would have never.
Because
ever.
my when I'm dressed, when I'm my regular clothes, I bum around. I just wear like what do you call them?
Neutral colors.
Neutral colors. I've gotten used to wearing neutral from the service industry for so long. It's probably what's wrong with my
Stolen your
happiness.
personality.
Yes, motherfucking.
It
has.
It has.
It has. Light-Bulb moment of the day.
Service stole your personality.
It stole my.
But I think wearing a uniform all the time does that anyway.
Yeah, because I grew up wearing uniforms.
Right, and I think corporations do that on purpose. I think they want you to be,
They're trying to train your mind, man.
I do.
They're trying to train your mind. You hear that? They're trying to train with your uniform because they mess with your identity and your ability to stand out.
To be an individual.
And be an individual.
Exactly. I really do think.
Damn, that's. Yep.
Because one thing I hate about my job is I can't wear an earring. And like I have this little earring I wear in the top left corner of my ear. And I'm not even bothered by it. But I am bothered by it. Because it's like I never really thought about wearing it or not wearing it.
But once
until you
somebody
told me I couldn't
do
wear
it.
Right.
That's why I don't. That's why I stuck with chains so long, because I don't want to shave my beard and I can wear a nose ring. And I'm about to get another piercing. And I know every restaurant, and I have tattoos, and not every restaurant likes that. Man, what is one restaurant where you couldn't smoke? You couldn't do a lot of stuff. Seasons 50-something.
Seasons 52?
Yeah, man. They have, because they're is a health-conscious restaurant.
Why you can't smoke?
Because they need their employees to be health-conscious. They don't want you coming there stinking and messing with your mood, your look, all that, man.
They be asking for the most.
It was a serious test. They want their employees to be happy. I do think exercising with your diet has a lot to do with your happiness also.
Yeah. That plays on the chemicals in your body.
Yeah, that's the biggest key. If somebody is having issues with being happy and they're resistant to not figuring out some kind of, I'm talking about you need to either improve your sex life, go jogging, running, walking, tai chi, stretching, aerobics. And it's not even eat better, but just implement some vegetables and some fruit in with whatever the other stuff that you're eating, just to balance it. Yeah, it's just balance.
Like I said, eat better.
Eat better. Eat better. Okay.
But
Eat better. Exercise better. And that stuff really makes a big difference. You'll notice a difference in your mood, man.
Your body will be appreciative.
It really will, man. It'll hold your erection longer and stuff like that.
Yeah, all of that.
But really, at the end of the day, I just wanted people to really think about what makes them happy, where the happiness comes from. If you do have happiness and you see somebody who doesn't have it or having issues, try to give them pointers on what you do personally to help you get to that spot. So maybe it can give them some directions or some tips. Just, some stuff to follow as far as like books to read and different things you can do just to implement in your life that may give you a shift. Even the people you surround yourself with. That's another thing, man. That's a real big one.
Auras.
Yeah, man. Think about who you surrounding yourself. That was something Jennifer Lewis said today too. I wasn't even trying to snatch that. I just heard that on a whim. Like, think about who you're around. Are those individuals constantly discussing how to improve, how to become better, how to do better, or are they trying to bring you down, or do they bring you down with massive amount of negativity?
Right. So you gotta detox.
Yeah, from your friends.
Yeah.
And when you realize that, and you realize you want to find your happiness, it's crazy. All that toxic stuff. If you let it, it'll start dissipating itself.
Yeah.
You won't have to get rid of it. It'll go away automatically. Friends, jobs, relationships. The only way it's gonna stay around is if you hold on to it.
You're right. Stop entertaining the bullshit.
Yup, stop entertaining the bullshit. Yo, I appreciate you doing this with me, Deshaun.
Oh, for sure.
Appreciate this conversation. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I hope you got something from it. Oh, we triggered some kind of light bulb moment with somebody. Now we understand what content means.
Yeah. I mean, I knew, but...
No, you didn't. You had a flip-flop.
No, I knew. I said what it was.
Man, it's Austin here. You can catch me out also Austin here 17 with the big smile. Yo, check us out at Lite-Bulb Moment, Instagram. Appreciate any followings. Leave comments down at the bottom of the page. We check them out. We just want to know what you think. Appreciate whatever support. One.
And this is Deshaun Duran. And peace out.
Peace out.